Dave, great to have a few minutes with you. We're both laymen, but we're both in full-time ministry, right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Isn't that amazing?
It
Did you
is.
ever think that God would be using you every day to lead people to Him? I mean, and things weren't always great in your life. I mean, you've come through some tough stuff.
Right. Yeah. Being raised a pastor's kid, I knew the way to go, and for a few years, I chose to go the other way, and ended up in a horrible situation. Almost took my own life, but the Lord pulled me out of that in a miraculous way, saved me, and now I told Him, because my next breath doesn't belong to me. So I said, it belongs to you. I'm gonna live my life for you, the rest of my days.
Yeah.
And so that's what
for a whole different set of reasons. I'm the same way.
Right.
I owe everything to you. I'm all in.
Right.
I shouldn't be here right now, so I'm going to use every opportunity I can.
That's the truth. Yeah. And to get to share the love of Christ,
Yeah, the privilege.
Yeah. I was telling you earlier, I was at this put in floors for a living. I was in this guy's house, and he was over there, and he just in the process of talking to him, I started witnessing to him, and he said, "Don't save your breath. I'm already a member of hell." He said, "I'm just not dead yet."
Oh my goodness!
And I just kind of looked at him, and I was like, "Wow!" And so I began sharing my testimony with him, And long story short, God brought him a Bible and give to him, and he started reading his Bible.
You came back with a Bible?
Yeah, the very next day I came back.
So obviously that first conversation, you made some progress with him,
right?
Where he was starting to listen,
right? And the next day I was finishing his job, and he came and brought me a tip, and he said, "Here you go." And I said, "Will you keep that and promise me you'll read this book?"
Oh.
And so he said, "I will."
Oh,
and so
my
I gave him that Bible,
sakes.
but a lot of his family had got to him and told him that he was done, because you see the desperateness of where he was at, and so I just told him what he did for me. I mean, I was gone. I mean, just in that same situation.
Yeah.
And I just told him, "Hey, man, this is what God did for me. He's no respecter of persons. What He did for me, He'll do for you." And he said, no, he wasn't receiving it, And I just said, "Man, there is nothing that you have done that the blood of Christ will not cover."
Yeah.
And what you've been told by family members or whoever is not the truth. And I said, "You're living and believing a lie that you are already in hell, when the truth of the matter is that there's no sin that you've committed that Christ cannot cover with His blood, and you can be brand new." And sharing with him like that, and I could see the lights.
Oh man, he hadn't heard that.
Beginning to come on.
And
because
most people can't even comprehend that.
Right.
It's easy for us to. We take it for granted.
Right.
They don't realize that there's a God who loves them.
It's true.
I'm beyond, God could never love me.
Right.
Right?
Right. And that's the exact state he was in. It was already decided. And I said, "Man, if you're breathing, and you can, if you're still breathing, then Christ can save you, and have a plan." So.
Wow. We're so like we could keep on sharing stories for hours and hours, but thanks for this little time we've had with you anyway. It's been great.